definite object that's out there. It seems unusual.
Astronauts have seen and continue to see objects in space that do not appear to be terrestrial. They do not appear to be our technology.
November 20th, 1998. That was the day the ISS launched, and ever since has encountered strange events and sightings of disturbing unidentified objects that have led many to speculate on the safety of our planet. But what makes this even more worrisome is when the footage of such UFOs is so disturbing that NASA itself must hide and delete them from our history books. But why? What could be so daunting that the human race must not find out? And what secrets do these footage hold? Join us as we witness a mysterious flying object docked near the ISS in a never-before-seen video NASA doesn't want you to see. This is the ISS, orbiting Earth 250 miles up, traveling at an insane speed of 17,500 mph and completing an orbit every 90 minutes. It's a cutting-edge lab where nations unite to break the boundaries of what we once thought was impossible, cracking the code on how to live and work in space. But why go to all this trouble? Why build something so complex, so ambitious? The answer lies in our innate need to explore, to learn, and to answer the questions about our place in the universe. The ISS is simply spectacular. So spectacular even that it's been attracting attention from, well, let's just say, entities not of this world. Among the thousands of transmissions and data packets sent back to Earth, there lie clues. Footage that was never meant to see the light of day. Footage of mysterious objects making their presence known. Alien spacecraft, supposedly, have been hovering around, lingering close to the ISS, silently observing, maybe even studying our floating home and astronauts. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But what if I told you that this time we've got the proof? Footage NASA never wanted you to see. Think about it. An object, unlike anything we know, parked right next to humanity's frontier in space, caught on camera for anyone watching the live feed to see. And just when you lean closer, trying to make sense of what you're seeing, poof, the feed cuts off. Suspicious timing? You bet. But why? Well, we know that NASA is one of the most important organizations in the United States, but we also know that there are lots of secrets they don't want getting out. A single tweet or statement from NASA can easily flip our understanding of the world upside down, so it makes sense that they're cautious. Now let's rewind a little. January 29th, 2014. The routine of the International Space Station, ISS, orbiting Earth, was going on as usual until it took an unexpected turn. As it glided silently 250 miles above, the 24-hour live feed abruptly cut off. But the timing of this incident wasn't just odd. It was suspicious. Eagle-eyed observers on Earth had just spotted something unusual, a strange, yellow, elliptical-shaped object positioned near the ISS. It seemed to be stationary relative to the station, which was odd. This sudden suspension of the live feed sparked immediate speculation. People began to question the nature of this mysterious entity, and as you would expect, some brushed it off as space junk, but that explanation didn't sit right with many. Given the object's size, if it were indeed debris, it would pose a significant threat to the ISS. But that didn't make sense because NASA wasn't even concerned. Moreover, the behavior of the object threw the space junk theory right out the window. You see, objects in orbit around Earth, especially debris, move at speeds of approximately 175,000 mph. They don't just approach the ISS and stay put like our yellow visitor was doing. This peculiar motion, or better put, lack thereof, confirmed that the object was definitely not, quote, debris. Now here's where things get rather interesting. Closer examination raised more questions than answers. Apparently, the object seemed to be near the Russian docking port. Could it have been just the Soyuz spacecraft, carrying astronauts and supplies to the ISS? If yes, then why didn't the Russian Space Agency acknowledge it? And even more, why didn't it look like the Soyuz vehicles? Something wasn't right, but still, some theories suggested it might have just merely been a lens reflection from the ISS's solar panels or an internal reflection from the station's windows. But does this look like a mere reflection to you? Plus, we can clearly see the Earth moving below it, as well as the appearance and disappearance of light and shadows. This was definitely no mere reflection. This object had a presence. Now, the icing on the cake is the fact that we know this UFO isn't just an isolated incident, and neither is this the first time we've asked such questions. This brings us to the story of the Black Knight satellite, which is tied to the International Space Station, ISS, and alleged alien surveillance. This tale began more than a century ago, rooted in the pioneering experiments of Nikola Tesla in 1899. Tesla, a genius ahead of his time, reported receiving unusual radio signals he believed were attempts at communication by Martians. His claims laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most enduring space mysteries. Fast forward to 1998, during the first space shuttle mission to the ISS, NASA cameras captured something unexpected, a mysterious black object orbiting Earth. Labeled STS-088-72466 and officially dismissed as space junk, this sighting reignited the flames of an older, deeper story, the Black Knight satellite conspiracy. See, according to legend, this was no ordinary piece of debris, but an ancient 13,000-year-old alien satellite. Skeptics and believers alike have been drawn to the Black Knight because of a series of intriguing incidents and reports. In 1927, civil engineer and ham radio operator Jorgen Hals experienced bizarre echoes in his radio transmissions, which could not be explained by the technology of his time. These long-delayed echoes puzzled Hals and later enthusiasts, suggesting that something out there was mirroring signals back to Earth. Adding to the mystery, a 1954 report in Time magazine claimed the U.S. Navy had detected an unidentified object in orbit, speculated to be Soviet espionage technology. Though later attributed to a fragment of U.S. satellite discoverer Sakon, the incident fed into the growing legend of the Black Knight, suggesting the presence of an unknown satellite surveilling Earth. The Black Knight is said to possess advanced technology, including a cloaking device that enables it to evade detection and an unusual polar orbit, allowing it to observe every corner of the Earth. These capabilities, combined with historical anecdotes, fuel speculation about its purpose and origins. Could this enigmatic satellite be part of a UFO surveillance network, monitoring the ISS and our planet? As stories of the Black Knight intertwine with modern sightings of unidentified objects near the ISS, we can't help but look a little bit deeper into the 2014 UFO, especially since the Black Knight wasn't the only unusual sighting. As mentioned earlier, ever since the ISS started orbiting Earth, it's attracted more than just scientific curiosity. Time and again, unidentified objects have been spotted near this outpost in space, stirring debates and theories about their origins. Take a look at this video, for example. The Black Knight and an unusual polar orbit, allowing it to observe every corner of the Earth. These capabilities, combined with historical anecdotes, fuel speculation about its purpose and origins. Could this enigmatic satellite be part of a UFO surveillance network, monitoring the ISS and our planet? As stories of the Black Knight intertwine with modern sightings of unidentified objects near the ISS, we can't help but look a little bit deeper into the 2014 UFO, especially since the Black Knight wasn't the only unusual sighting. As mentioned earlier, ever since the ISS started orbiting Earth, it's attracted more than just scientific curiosity. Time and again, unidentified objects have been spotted near this outpost in space, stirring debates and theories about their origins. Take a look at this video, for example. It was visible almost the whole time Peggy was outside, which was about 7 hours. There are a few reasons why Peggy's video is so interesting. Firstly, it gives us a clear and long look at the mysterious object, which is rare. Usually these things are seen for just a moment. Secondly, the way the object moved, spinning slowly and staying near the ISS, makes it hard to say it was just some space junk or an optical trick. In fact, it even looks like it was trying to get as close as possible to get a better view of the ISS, which is insane. Could it be a new kind of satellite or something from another planet? NASA keeps an eye on the space around the ISS to make sure it's safe at all times. And while most unknown objects seen in space end up having a scientific explanation, some, like the one Peggy filmed in our footage from earlier, keep us guessing. They remind us that there's still so much we don't know about space and keep us curious about what else is out there.